I'm so happy to be here with you guys today answering a few questions for Audio Loves. So the first question is, how did you become an author? So I've always been an author for as long as I can remember. I was writing stories, and eventually I published them. But as far back as I can remember, I would just write stories. I would read them to my friends. I would write controversial stories and get in trouble with my mom when she would read them. So basically forever. Which influences your writing more, people or life events? I think it's a combination of both. I'm influenced by places I go to, things that have happened in my own life. Okay, question number 3. If you could have lunch with any author alive or dead, who would it be? I'd have to say Jane Austen, just because, well, she's Jane Austen and I love her work. If you could take a writing vacation, where would it be and who would you take? If I could take a writing vacation, so I would probably go to the south of France. I love Europe and I've never been to the south of France. I'm actually going in a few weeks, so that's exciting for me and I hope to write another story while I'm there. How and when do you find inspiration for your books? I find inspiration everywhere. A lot of the times when I'm on the elliptical or on the spin bike, the best stories come to me. Often in the shower. That's where most of my plotting happens. Yeah, just anywhere. Do you have writing rituals? I do. I like to write on my cell phone, in my notes, because as I said in the last question, inspiration happens everywhere and I don't want to miss it. So I'm the girl you see at the supermarket writing on my phone, and it's probably going to be a great scene that's really emotional, and if I'm lucky, I won't start crying in the middle of the supermarket. How long does it normally take for you to write a book? Depending on what's going on in my life with my children, it could take me, if I'm writing a couple thousand words a day, it could take me 6-8 weeks. It could take me less, depending on how I feel about the story. Typically, I'd say a month, and then, from there, it, takes me at least a month to edit, because I go through many rounds. I have a content editor, I send it to betas, to critique partners, so, a month of writing and a month of editing. What music do you listen to for inspiration? Really depressing music. I'm sure that doesn't surprise any of you, but I typically listen to really depressing music. How many drinks does it take to write some of the, oh, wow, yeah, that question. So it takes about 2 glasses of champagne, which I love to drink. The other day I actually wrote a really, really hot scene for Clandestine, actually at a restaurant. I was out with my husband, and my good friend Lee Shen had said I needed to add a really hot sex scene, so I drank 2 glasses of champagne and wrote it at the table in the middle of the restaurant. And it was hot. What is your favorite character? Oh, who is your favorite character? You can only pick one. Oh, okay. I'm really partial to Olivia, who I just wrote. I love her. Right now she's my favorite, but before that it would have to be Arya from Through Her Eyes. Oh, I was only allowed to add, oops. Do you get emotional when writing? Yes. I tend to put a little bit of a part of myself in every one of my characters. It could be the smallest thing to something big. One of my characters was based on my grandmother. One of them was based on my mother. So, it's a very emotional thing for me to write these characters. How do you choose your narrators for your books? How do I choose my narrators for my books? I listen to samples that Audible sends me. And I actually go into the Audio Loves group and I ask for recommendations. What book was the most fun to write? The most fun to write was Through Her Eyes. Hands down. I love that. That book, it was so much fun. I actually had taken that trip that they had taken, so it was like just reliving it over and over again, and I just loved it. I think I missed the question. What do you do to celebrate after you finish a book? I go and drink champagne and eat truffle french fries. I think that's it. Well, thank you so much for listening to me talk, and I hope, you enjoyed this time together. Thanks.